Hello, this is Chiak. We are back again with another set of Art of Murder, Cards of Destiny. I think we're nearing the end of the game here. Alright. I think it was hilarious that last set. Ruth was calling Nicole. They were basically in the room right next to each other.
Is your father all right? He sounded so nervous.
Yes, I mean no. My mom's diabetic. She's in a coma.
Well, that's serious.
She's in the hospital. They'll take care of her.
You've got to be really careful with diabetes.
Mom was never careful. She thought she was indestructible.
Think positive and be strong.
I am. Is the boss in? I need to talk to him.
Yes, go ahead.
Thanks. Bye,
Okay.
Ruth.
Take care, Nikki.
Ruth sounded like she really cared about her mother being in a coma. Yes, a coma does sound serious, Ruth.
Boss, I need access to the UAFD07 database.
UAFD? Why do you need it?
Wang's identified a fingerprint that may belong to the card man, but access is denied.
Well, nobody here has it, but wait a minute. Alan? Yeah, it's Jeff Kurtz speaking. Bingo. You're blocking access to the UAFD? Exactly. That's what I needed. Thanks. Sure, golf is fine. Bye-bye. Okay.
Wow,
Access granted.
Okay.
Thanks, boss.
I want results, understand?
I'm surprised that you could just grant access. Like, you know it's just going to be Nicole specifically, or is this the entire building? But whatever, it's quick. No red tape, I guess. Alright, so let's look at that fingerprint again. Enter. So weird, for that specific moment, this thing, I had to actually click enter on the keyboard itself. Alright. Open Sesame. 10 records with common features found, okay? Alright. This looks right here. Yeah, that looks like a match. Objects match, okay. Name Paul Sermon Reed, date of birth September 16th, 1969.
His name's Paul Reed.
I was reading that. Nicole, you interrupted. Good news, Wang.
His name's Paul Reed.
You're talking about the fingerprint I discovered?
Yes. Bye, Wang.
Bye.
Okay, that's it. That's all. That's all we needed. That was the conversation. Oh, hello.
What about the journalist?
He's free. He didn't want to reveal the conversations from his cell, and he didn't give us his fingerprints, but he's free.
A stubborn hack. But why are you letting him go?
We found a fingerprint on the chip that the murderer put in Carter's car.
Have you checked who it belongs to?
Yes, to a certain Paul Reed.
That's a pity we won't burn him on the electric chair. Now the newspapers are gonna pull us apart, Nicole.
Maybe we'll get back to him.
I doubt it. I'll try to make you the bad guy in the eyes of the press, not me.
What? Okay.
Paul Reed was a scientist working in a Maine military base on a project called the Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts.
You know something about it, boss?
It's top secret. Better forget about it.
But that name, like from a card deck.
And Maine. Sounds promising. Too bad about the writer. He would have told us about the card man. Well, at least your hypothesis was confirmed.
You mean the fact that he was a juror?
Yeah, but under a different name. Blake was his pen name. By the way, my 15-year-old daughter reads his books.
She likes them?
Yeah, and I can't tell her you've messed up. She's gonna blame me.
What about the other people in danger? Are they protected?
Most have been tracked and are safe. I don't know about the judge. I guess his name's Woolsey. Ask Ruth about the details.
I'll be getting back to work then.
All right, don't waste your time.
Okay, we're going straight to Ruth. Ruth, give me the details.
The boss told me that the people connected with Benson's trial are safe.
Unfortunately not. Judge Woolsey from Maine has disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. Left and didn't reach his destination. The police are looking for him. Want the details?
So this can be the next victim? Oh, God, we're so helpless. Bye, Ruth.
Take care, Nikki.
A man has disappeared, but that's okay. I'm okay with it, and you should be too. Alright, interrogation room.
The suspect was released. I need to look into something else. There's a vicious comment in this tabloid under the photograph. In the text, the author is sneering at us, forcing the ineptitude out of us and almost burdening us with these crimes.
Okay. Yeah, wait, what am I doing right now? Am I supposed to go back to... Oh yeah, here we go.
The fingerprints we found in Carter's car don't belong to the journalist.
If we don't find any grounds to hold him responsible, he'll destroy us.
Maybe not everything's lost. He was at the crime scene at least twice. That still makes him a suspect.
You're perfectly right, but I have a gut feeling that the boss will tell us to let him go.
We had his full support.
I wouldn't count on him risking anything for us.
Nicole,
Quite the opposite.
You've talked to the boss. You're quite well. He sounded willing to throw you guys under a bus.
We got a new lead. The fingerprints belong to a man that used to work at a military laboratory in Maine.
What's his name?
Paul Reed. He lives somewhere in Maine.
Do you know anything more about him?
He's 40, dismissed from the Army in 1999 for medical reasons.
Paul. You remember the phone call? The murderer told you to call him Paul.
Do you know what project they worked on there?
In Maine? Queen of Hearts is the most famous one because we know nothing about it.
Secret?
Top secret. Main motive in conspiracy theories.
We need to find this man.
Let's ask the local sheriff to deal with it.
We've got to talk to him. Sniff around, you know what I mean. You can't do that from a distance.
I'd rather stay here and work on the security guy and the news hawk.
I have a feeling the latter is slipping through our fingers.
That's why I'd think it over once again.
And I wouldn't. I'm driving to Maine. You can stay if you want.
You going to act off on your own bat again?
Yes, again.
All right, I'll come along.
Oh. Okay. He was willing to go along on the trip, despite the fact wanting to stay. About with the journalist and all that.
Have you checked the house?
There's nobody inside.
I expected as much.
Sure, there's no car in the driveway.
Uncollected mail. I wonder if he's gone for a long time.
We need to ask around for this guy in town.
Okay.
This barn, it matches.
Matches what?
All those devices, mechanisms, the card man loves them and he has to keep them somewhere.
And assemble.
You think he stores explosives here?
There may be bomb craters somewhere out in these fields.
That's not... Okay, careful we go, I guess?
Let's check that barn.
Nothing doing.
How's that?
It's obvious you need a warrant.
So go and get one.
Alone? We're a team, aren't we?
I'm just saying that we don't need to go there together.
I don't want you to mess things up again.
Mess things up? Again? I guess we're not a team anymore.
Come on, you know the card man's very dangerous.
Yeah, and he's certainly ensnared his next victim. Maybe he even holds them here, in the barn.
I don't think so. All the traps he's set were far away from here.
Okay. But like, what is the comment about mess things up again? Like, I can understand Nicole getting offended by that because What do you mean again? Unless he means about like the incident at the factory. But one, she was already dead before Nicole got there, and if Nicole didn't stay at the amusement park, they never would have figured that out. So, I mean, unless like either the game needs to lean more a bit harder about the tabloids kind of making Nicole look bad, because I'm assuming that's what it's supposed to do. It's like she was the star of the FBI, so now the killer is just trying to bring her downfall. But it's not, if that is what's supposed to be happening, it's not doing a very good job at all. Because the first time we really hear, in terms of like get outside, the journalists and the newspaper, that's like, this is the first time we've been hearing about, okay, maybe the perception, media perception of the FBI and Nicole isn't great anymore. But this is where I'm assuming this is like the last chapter almost of the game, so it's coming in very late.
I'm supposed to be a witness of his game, so I'm safe.
Yeah, as long as he controls the situation. But once he sees you here, he's gonna panic. Be prepared for the worst.
So far, I get the feeling that you want to control the whole investigation. Why?
Because you're just pushing blindly ahead. You don't give others any time to prepare for the action.
He doesn't give it.
You've forgotten it's you who started the power plant installation?
Oh, was it also me who started the steamer in Louisiana?
No, but he would have waited for you, even a whole day. I'm sure of it.
In a moment, you'll tell me that you've got female intuition.
Okay, so that's what he means by mistake. Basically, if you hadn't gone there, then the woman won't be dead or whatever. But then, like, both of them don't have a hard. There really is no evidence that either of them are right in terms of their. They both got theories, but then I'm not sure if there's anything really solid to back up what they think about their killer, the way the killer commits his crime.
What's the background of those crimes?
You said that for him, you were like a witness of the game. He relishes it. He desires admiration and probably fantasizes that you're admiring him.
Are you implying a sexual overtone?
You think so? It's possible. I mean, that would explain why he wouldn't let me get so close. He's seducing you.
You're joking, right?
It's like with courtship. First, you need to attract attention and then try to maintain it at a suitably high level.
I don't know. I can see something different in it.
He fascinates you. Admit it.
Give me a break. I abhor him. I'm just focusing on the case.
Okay, that conversation took a weird turn.
Yes.
Also, like,
I can't. Not right now. Lens? What kind? I see. All right. Thank you.
okay, well, I've lost my train of thought since that interruption, so I have no idea what I was going to be saying.
Somebody from the Bureau?
Nothing important. Where were we?
Wondering about what to do next.
Fine. I'll go to the town.
Go, but there's little you can do.
True. We don't even know what we're supposed to search for. But I'll talk to the judge to check what the odds are.
We need to talk to the town people about Reed as well.
You know, he may have nothing to do with the killings after all.
The serials usually begin where they feel safe, on their own ground. And Maine seems to be perfect.
Anyway, I'm going to the town. You sure you want to stay?
Already told you. I don't have any other ideas.
Then let's get down to work.
Okay. Well, I'll have to wait for you to walk off screen. Okay, there we go. Okay, we can grab this mattress for whatever reason. Can also look at this car.
I'm not going anywhere yet. I need to check that barn.
Oh, that's your car. Okay, I thought that was like a car that was just on the property. Okay, there's nothing else to do but to look at the barn door, so we're gonna go there. Stove. Okay, what can we grab? Can we grab... Open it up. We grab... What we... A bag of what?
Road salt for spilling on frozen surfaces.
Okay. A soap. A pump. We grabbing anything else? That's it. And just that. Okay. So I think we got everything that we want from here. Behind barn. It looks like there's
Upstairs, there's a window ajar.
Okay, well either way I was about to say, it looks like there's a padlock on that door. So there's no point. Let's look at this then.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no, no.
I can't move the conveyor until I take the wheel out of the hole.
Ice? Is that what the road salt's for?
The snow is melted thanks to the salt.
I don't think it's gonna melt like that, but sure.
Nothing doing. Yeah, right. Nothing doing. Not gonna happen.
Hard ground.
Yeah, right. Nothing doing. These items don't match. Nothing doing. A flat mattress won't be of any use to me. These items don't... Nothing doing. Yeah, right. These items don't match.
Is there... Here we go, mattress valve. I'm like, there's a specific point I need to be pressing on this mattress.
Nothing doing. Yeah, right.
Okay, what am I...
Nothing doing.
Okay, now we do the pump.
Great, but why can't the conveyor slide down the board? Yeah, right. The boards become smooth after soaping it.
Okay.
Brilliant job. The conveyor moved right under the window.
And thank goodness all the items that we needed were just right on that stove.
The objects on the table, they remind me of something. There are pieces of assembled devices on the table.
A box?
The box reminds me of the parcels from the card man.
Uh-huh. Anything else?
An old movie projector.
Okay, we're slowly getting...
This
More
piece looks like
evidence.
the laser from the old power plant. A modern device. Must have cost lots of cash.
Okay, is there anything else?
This piece looks like the laser.
Okay, so I guess we
That's
just...
what I call a well-equipped workshop.
Code panel.
The owner of this house has got to be a logical game buff.
I'm sorry, what? What is this?
The device is reset. I've got to start all over again.
Oh, I'm choosing... Oh, okay. It's like, what in the world is asking for me? This is what she meant by the logical... Oh my god. When the options are there. There we go.
The first light is on. I think I've chosen the correct symbol.
Okay, we need to do this 3 times. Okay. So it's here, this side, so the next corner should be up there on the top right. Do I have to... I'm assuming I have to physically pull it down. Okay, close, but not quite what we need. Here we go.
2 lights are on.
I'm assuming if you get it wrong when it says it resets, you have to go straight back from the beginning. Okay. We know we've seen this one before when going for the other option. We just need the little pie on the bottom left. Here we go.
Great, I did it! Is the card man waiting for me upstairs?
Nicole, this is the part where it's like a bit.
I think those devices were designed here.
Think of your father.
And this device? A fan? A propeller? It's a bomb diagram.
And I feel like that should make you nervous.
I guess this is a laser diagram. It must be scorching here in summer.
Okay, and that's literally it. Yeah, I don't see any other question marks. So, am I gonna get ambushed?
Stay where you are,
yeah.
thief.
Holy crap.
Calm down. I'm not moving. I'll explain everything in a second.
She may have a gun.
Sure.
I'm an FBI agent. The name's Bonnet.
That's correct, sis. The FBI have invaded our farm.
Put down your weapon, please.
What are you doing here? You've got a warrant?
We'll get it.
You see? Too bad you didn't shoot her.
Now it's too late, Paul.
I'll explain everything, but please put down your weapon.
Not so fast. First, tell me why you've broken into my house.
Call the police if you're still afraid of me.
Now, you see, the government can do what they want. Now, the cops will let her go anyway.
Nicole, just
We'll
explain
file a
yourself.
complaint
Oh
against
my
you.
god.
Okay, you have the right to do it. Now let me explain. The window was open.
I can see you've got long legs, but not that long.
She climbed the conveyor belt.
I noticed something suspicious through the window.
And what was it, sweetheart? Is the FBI interested in agricultural machinery?
Nicole, you need to start with the investigation. I'm so annoyed sometimes with the... I'm not sometimes with the writing. This game in particular, just the writing really ticks me off.
I'm conducting an investigation.
Into what?
Before I answer,
Oh,
your name,
no.
sir, is Paul Reed, right?
She's fallen in love with me.
It is? So what?
I do apologize, but I need to ask you if
Well,
you've been in the wheelchair for long.
10 years. It's been 10 years, darling.
It's wonderful that you take care of your brother.
Cut the soft soap.
Do you often leave this place together?
To the town? Yes, we do.
Any further, like on vacation?
Why? You'd like to take me with you?
You city lady. We don't have vacation here.
Get to the point. We can't wait.
Okay, so she didn't want to... She wanted to say about the investigation yet because she was trying to just still suss out information from them.
So, I'm investigating a murder case.
Wow.
Tell me why you broke in.
I'm
I did.
getting there.
The window was open.
Talk to me, if you want to save your ass.
Jesus Christ.
You really should.
Your fingerprint was found on a certain device which was used to kill a person.
Kill? Who?
It's some kind of bullshit.
His name was Edward Carter.
You know the guy.
I know Joseph and Alice. I don't recall any Edward.
We'd hear about this murder, wouldn't we, Fan?
The case is quite recent, but it happened in New York.
This is Maine, woman.
And your fingerprint was... Did we not just...
We found your fingerprints
Fingerprints, right. But on what?
on a chip. It was connected to an immobilizer
Why?
to bypass it and take control of the car.
But you can't control the car like that. All you can do is stop it.
That was the point. The car stopped at a grade crossing and was rammed by a train.
Well, I'll be damned.
What?
Too bad about the car, huh?
Enough of this. I want you to get out.
Mr. Reed, can you explain how your fingerprint got on that object?
Are you sure it's mine?
We compared it with the one from the military records.
Those army bastards. They can't even protect their own secrets.
You don't have to explain yourself. We're not going to talk to people who act like thieves.
Mr. Reed, it would be better if you talked to me right now.
You're not questioning him without a warrant.
After what I've seen here, I'll easily get a warrant.
You don't know our judge.
I don't want to interrogate you. I'm just asking you to talk to me voluntarily. Carter's killer is on the loose. There'll be other victims unless we catch him.
There
Paul
have been
has
other
to be
victims.
taken care of right now. Please leave.
Wait, Fan. We need to help them.
How can you help them?
We'll see. Agent?
I'm all ears.
Since you found my fingerprint, it could have been the circuits I constructed here a few weeks ago.
Why did you construct them?
To earn money.
And who paid?
See, that's the problem. I don't know.
So, what did the guy look like?
Never seen him.
How come? You'd better not cover up for him.
Don't
He
know,
just sent me
Nicole.
a general diagram explaining what he wanted from me.
Nicole, don't make it sound like he's... Okay,
Do you still have that mail?
No,
Where was it from?
I don't remember. It wasn't important then.
And the pay?
That may have been New York. Every time, the money was sent from a different city.
Every time?
I knew it was him. I received such orders only from him.
We know of at least 6 victims.
Damn it. Life sucks, doesn't it?
Paul, say no more.
Too late, Van.
Get the hell out of here.
How? What did he use?
For instance, a gantry crane connected to an explosive charge protected by lasers.
Did the bomb explode?
No, the woman...
Oh, a woman.
Yes, she died of a heart attack. He tied her up and put her under a gantry, and a half-ton weight was hanging above her.
The weight was dropping a couple of inches at regular intervals.
Paul, how do you know all that?
I programmed that damn thing, remember? We bought a new audio set for that job.
How many such orders did you have?
8, maybe 9. 8 lucky, extremely well-paid orders, plus advances for the supplies and tools. I helped him to kill 8 people.
Paul, don't say that.
New windows on the porch, remember? The computer, armchairs, and that new dishwasher. One purchase. One life.
I can't listen to this crap. Shut the hell up.
Don't worry. They won't do anything to me. Kitchen knives producers or even weapon manufacturers don't get thrown into prison. But imagine an electric wheelchair.
Stop it, I beg you. Calm down. That's not fair. He's just gotten back on his feet.
Back on his feet.
We're not begging for mercy. We're not imposing ourselves on the world with our problems. God knows how much it costs us. But we manage. We lead honest lives. We don't steal, we don't hurt anybody. Do you understand?
I do. You don't have to be afraid.
No. You don't understand. No tragedy has turned your life upside down. No stupid, absurd accident has ruined your hopes. But be careful, Missy. Everybody's teetering on the edge, but only a few notice that.
Fanny, sis.
Okay. I'm sorry, Fanny's entire conversation or monologue there. If Nicole had said something about like hardships and stuff, I would understand what motivated that, but it just kind of came out of nowhere. But okay,
Put yourself in my shoes. I'm chasing an extremely dangerous man. He can kill somebody again any moment. He's murdered 3 people lately, and we're afraid he's caught his next victim. That's why I'm so determined. That's why I barged in. I'm sure you wouldn't just stand by idly, knowing that there's even the slightest chance of saving somebody's life.
She's right, Fan. You wouldn't let that killer get away with it. Once you get mad, nothing can stop you. Years ago, she caught her husband with another woman and chased him in his shorts through the whole town. At the town limits, she shouted at him that she didn't want to see him again, and then fired several times in the air. He didn't dare return, did he?
I've erased his name from my memory.
All men have been giving her a wide berth ever since.
This woman hasn't come here for female prattle.
It would do you good if they locked me up. Then you'd finally have time for yourself.
We don't need the government's help to control our own lives.
Yeah, controlling our lives. 10 years ago, I was an engineer in a secret base. I was working on next-generation weaponry, and I thought I was holding all the aces. And then Peter talked me into carrying out that experiment, despite the ban. Me riding a wheelchair is a simple consequence of that folly. But I can't accept the fact that you're confined to it as well.
What's the point of brooding over it? Why do you make yourself miserable?
I can't stand the thought that you've wasted your youth because of me.
You see, he's tormenting me with his guilt. Men just don't understand anything.
Okay. Thank you for that, I guess.
Was anybody else injured in that accident?
No, Peter was fine, but he suffered serious consequences. They put him into prison for 5 years.
What kind of accident was it?
I still can't discuss it. Military secret, you know.
Code name Queen of Hearts?
What do you know? I see the project has become famous.
Have you seen your friend after he was released from prison? What is his name?
Peter Douglas. We used to be close friends, but he didn't want me to visit him in prison, and we haven't been in touch since then.
Feeling guilty?
His world fell apart. He was brilliant and extremely gifted, but prison meant the end of his career. No government agency would ever hire him.
Who could have ordered all these machines?
I've been thinking about it, and I haven't figured it out.
But they know what you can do.
Yes, it's somebody that knows me because they live near my place, or somebody from the army.
Letters, receipts, diagrams. Will you show them to me?
I need to look through my documents.
Come back with a warrant. That's a better option.
My partner will get it. He should be back soon.
Ah, the man we passed by when we were coming back home?
You said he reminded you of somebody.
Yes. Didn't he used to work for the police?
How long ago?
Back when Derek Finney died, remember?
Finney? That womanizer?
Okay.
Can you tell me something more about it?
Finney used to be a good guy, but he started drinking and chasing skirts. His wife was jealous, so he beat her. God, did he abuse her.
No wonder somebody finished him off.
I don't know if he deserved such a fate. That was a horrible crime. He was strangled with a rope tightened by the turning clockwork mechanism.
Yes, I remember that. He died inside the church tower.
Was the murderer caught?
I haven't heard anything about it. And you?
No. Derek ended up like this because he started drinking. Alcohol isn't for the weak.
And that woman, Finney's wife, does she live here?
No. She moved away soon after, but her father does.
How can I find him?
It's easy. He's the pastor. The church is in the center.
I'll be back with the warrant.
Bye. I can't wait.
I guess that's all.
Too bad. It was so nice talking to you.
Okay. I mean, I can understand, like, the writer is obviously trying to give, like, backstory to these characters and stuff, but the way the conversation flows, it just makes no sense, or the motivation of it's just too weak.
It's Nicole.
I haven't fixed anything yet.
Maybe it's better this way. I've talked to him.
To read?
Yes. There are new grounds for doing a search.
Is it him?
Do you think a disabled guy could be behind these crimes?
What do you mean?
He's chair-bound. His sister takes care of him.
Ah, so we were on the wrong track. Another thoughtless action.
Not necessarily. Reed made the devices that the murderer then used.
Like the lasers?
Yes. I mean, he altered or improved them.
Accomplice?
That's a good question. He claims he received orders by mail. He was only given instructions what to do. These documents should be specified in the search warrant.
We also need to check his account and delivery orders. Did he send those machines by mail after assembling them?
Yes, I saw the diagrams and the elements he rejected before putting together the devices.
We won't get anything from the judge today. If they're so amenable, let's at least take some photos of his workshop.
Not so amenable. We won't get much more without a warrant.
Did you have an argument?
Not at all. Were you in the courthouse? Has Woolsey been found?
No. Now what? Are you coming here?
Yeah, I want to talk to the pastor.
The pastor?
In the church tower, a man was killed with the use of a clockwork mechanism. Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Shall we eat something first?
No, the pastor's more important. Want to join me?
Can't work on an empty stomach. My head's starting to ache from hunger. Call me when you're done. I'll be sitting in some bar.
Bon appetit, then.
Good luck.
Okay. Yeah, she's just patiently waiting
A
there.
nicely situated little church with a clock tower. I'm lucky. The pastor's here.
Can I help you?
I would like to have a brief word with you. I'm Nicole Bonnet from the FBI.
Andrew Simon. I'm a pastor here. Are you looking for spiritual help?
No, it's official.
But maybe you'd like to support our community? We are redecorating the church, and I assure you, we won't waste a single dollar.
I'd like to talk about Derek Finney.
About him? Are you sure?
Yes, I have a few questions.
These are old times. Why come back to that?
By the way, when was that?
When was he murdered? It was when the war started, in 2003.
Pastor, do you have any idea who might have done it?
The police have analyzed it so many times.
After a couple of years, you could have a clearer image.
No, I have no clue.
Okay.
Finney's widow, your daughter, what did she say about this crime?
She was doubly hurt.
What do you mean?
She lost her husband, and during the investigation, well, it turned out that Derek was a real scum. Christ, forgive me.
What turned out?
Annie suspected her husband of cheating on her. But then we got to know he did it regularly. On the day of his death, he had a tryst in this very church tower.
Weren't any of the betrayed husbands suspected?
All such suspicions were rejected.
Rightly?
If not, that would mean that local men are extremely loyal to each other. But on the other hand, after so many years, someone would have felt remorse. Anyway, that was too much for my Annie, so she left.
Did Derek Finney abuse his wife?
Unfortunately, he humiliated her constantly. He felt guilty. She tried to hide it from me, but people knew. I preach every week. I reach human consciences, but I couldn't reach Derek's. I suppose he mocked me deep inside his heart. This is why he arranged the meeting in the church tower.
Did he beat Annie?
I remember when she had some bruises on her face and told me she had fallen down the stairs. That must have been the first time. He didn't beat her all the time because that would show, but she confessed to me later on that he would often slap her or twist her arms.
She should have asked the police for help.
She didn't want to. There was a police officer who tried to get her out of it, but she wouldn't testify.
Looks like not many people shed a tear at Finney's funeral.
Sad, but true. I cried. I cried over the angel in him that had lost the battle with evil. He wasn't always like that. He used to be a nice, popular man. He could influence others. People listened to him. He liked to impress everybody. He charmed women. He didn't avoid alcohol, but it was all within our provincial norms.
But he wandered off the straight and narrow.
I have an impression something changed when he was chosen a member of the jury, as if judging people destroyed his moral code.
What trial was it?
A murder case. At that time, it was a cause célèbre. The accused, a young boy, was the victim's lover. Everybody considered him guilty, but what everybody thinks isn't the same as a fair judgment.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Benson's trial?
Yes. People talked about it a lot. In the end, the jury decided he was innocent.
And it seems that it happened after an extremely short debate.
I'm sure Finney played a crucial role in setting the verdict. He might have voted against his conscience.
The defendant's father wasn't just anybody.
A congressman. He used all the existing loopholes to get his son out.
The question is how far he went.
And I don't want to slander anybody.
Was Finney buried here?
Yes. Right there. In the churchyard.
Does anybody look after the grave?
My daughter goes there once in a blue moon.
Was there anything distinctive about the crime scene?
I don't know. Check the police files.
I'll do that.
Hang on. Derek was holding a nail in his hand. He might have been trying to cut the rope with it.
Were there any marks on the rope?
I don't know. There were some scratches on the floor.
Was the floor repainted?
No. I ordered new boards. I felt awkward walking on the floor stained by my son-in-law's blood.
Does it snow every year at this time?
We're surprised, too. It's rare. Drive carefully.
Yes, it's really slippery.
It became cold too soon. Everybody's working until late to make it before real winter starts.
I haven't seen anybody here.
They've just left. I'm locking up the church. There's so much talk about the global warming or sunspots, but it's all in God's hands anyway.
Thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome. God be with you.
Okay. You're not gonna walk away? Okay, well I'm gonna end the set here. And I guess we're gonna be investigating this church and hopefully find clues for a murder that happened a long time ago. So thank you for liking if you liked, thank you for commenting if you commented, thank you for subscribing if you subscribed, and thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time guys, see ya!